Have you ever wanted to build your own solar panel like this? Well, here's my mom to tell you how.
Thank you, Bradley. All right, I need your help, Bradley. Can you tell me the whole panel shows on here? Yes? Up. Okay. Hey guys, so this is a solar panel which I built, and I used, this isn't my blueprint. There's a lot of ways to build a solar panel. This blueprint comes specifically from a program called the Homemade Energy Program, which I recommend. It's in the link down there. Click on that link to purchase it. Now, what you're gonna see when you click on that link is a really, really cheesy land page. I'll just put it here so you can see it. It's really cheesy and it oversells. It basically tells you you can get off grid, which, yeah, technically you could get off grid. I don't recommend it because you have to tie it to grid, and you should not tie things to grid. And also you should also get, if you do want to make your own solar panels and get off grid, make sure you pay the money to have an electrician check your work, because if you don't gauge your wires correctly, there could be more current being drawn and not enough gauge in your wires to support that, which would be a fire hazard. So there's a lot of issues involved in it. What this blueprint is good for is it is excellent for learning, right? So I learned how to, this was my very first solar panel that I built. I used this blueprint, so it's proprietary to the author. But you know, now I've come up with my own ways of doing things, different voltages. Obviously, once you know how to build one panel, if you want more voltage, you connect the panels in series. If you want more current, you connect the panels in parallel. So depending on what your application is, you can have either more voltage or more current by building more panels and connecting them either in series or in parallel. Now, if you purchase Homemade Energy's blueprint from the link down there, send me an email. I will give you a link to a video that I will show you my way of building an off-grid system. So, and which means it's completely, well, you know what off-grid means. It's not tied to the power lines outside. It's completely independent. It's a 12-volt system, and it's which is charged by your solar panel. It's great for taking camping so that you can have AC power for the kids. It's also great for older people. Like for right now, in the large parts of the world, there's no power. It's a great backup source. So if you have grandparents or older people that you care for, this is a good backup system for them to have. It's going to get its charge. It's going to get recharged from the sun. During weather like this, when they're at risk, they could have AC and stay cool, or in the cold in the winter when there's a power outage. For those emergency times when the power company is coming back up, they could have, this would be a great backup system for the elderly or for yourself even, to have some source of heat when the power goes out, and it's something that regenerates with just the sun. So, by the way, some people say we don't get enough sun, like in Oregon, where I'm from. People say we don't get enough sun, but actually Germany gets less sun than Oregon, and they're the #1 leader in solar technology. So, and that's all. That's a direct consequence of the government support of renewable energy in Germany. So that's an interesting fact. Anyways, so here's the solar panel. I took a look at 3 Energy to Green. I took 2. I can't remember the names of the other 2, but Homemade Energy is the one I recommend, because the guy that does the well, #1, because it's the same cost as the other systems. #2, it's the only one with videos. #3, the guy that does the videos is an electrician, and the videos are very clear to follow. So what's going to happen is when you click it, you're going to get a really cheesy landing page with cheesy videos making all kinds of promises. Discard those promises. Just realize that this is to get this if you want to build a really cool solar panel. Learn, because you're only going to learn so much by solving circuits problems from Nilsson and Riedel. Eventually you got to do things, and it's a lot more fun to build something and learn something, series and parallel connections, you know, all those things that you've learned from the Nilsson Riedel books. And it's a lot more fun to learn about it when it's something useful that you can take camping with you or have as a backup energy source in the case of power outages than it is to build on a breadboard. You know, there's only so much you can do on a breadboard, and the things that you're building isn't really applicable for the most part to real life. So it's just, they're just for learning, whereas this is a useful application. So buy it for learning purposes and for backup power purposes. That's a really good application of it. And so it's going to give you a link. You're going to download a book, and then you're going to also receive access to the videos that this guy, this electrician does. It's really good. And then once you purchase it, drop me an email by YouTube to my YouTube account, and you'll receive access to a video which is not visible, which is visible only by invitation, and that video will show you how to put things together: battery, charge controller, inverter, panel, all of that, how those connect together to make an off-grid system. And that's additional, my bonus for buying the blueprint from that link down there. All right, that's it, you guys. Let me know how your panels turn out. I would love it if you would post some videos of your panels, what they look like, and you know, share your stories of building it. But remember, this is copyrighted material, so don't, you know, this guy, he went through the effort, he wrote the book, he made the videos, so let's respect his copyrights. And also just, you know, show the panel, tell people your difficulties and what you recommend, what kind of soldering iron, what kind of solder, and etc., etc. That'd be pretty fun. All right, see you later.
Thank you for watching.